Carcinoma or cancer, symptoms and treatment. Carcinoma is a common form of cancer. It develops on the skin or in the cells that cover internal organs. Carcinoma is a prevalent form of cancer. It accounts for 80 to 90% of all cancer cases. There are multiple types of carcinoma. They each affect different parts of the body and they vary in severity. Some types of carcinoma include adenocarcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and basal cell carcinoma. Watch on to learn more about the types of carcinoma as well as their respective symptoms and treatment options. Types of carcinoma. Carcinomas start in epithelial tissues which cover organs and line various spaces in the body. They are responsible for protecting the organs as well as filtering, absorbing, and secreting fluids. Because epithelial tissues cover so many parts of the body, carcinomas are able to form in a wide variety of places. Some of the most common carcinomas include basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, renal cell carcinoma, ductal carcinoma in situ, invasive ductal carcinoma, adenocarcinoma. Basal cell carcinoma or BCC. Basal cell carcinoma is the most common form of skin cancer. It begins deep in the epidermis, which is the skin's outer layer. It typically affects areas receiving a lot of sun exposure, including the face. Although basal cell carcinoma usually does not spread, a person should always speak to a doctor as soon as they notice any symptoms. Symptoms of basal cell carcinoma include open sores that do not heal, dark patches of skin, shiny bumps or lumps, raised skull-like areas. Treatment. Certain factors such as when a person receives their diagnosis may affect treatment options. Some common types of basal cell carcinoma treatment include surgery, chemical peel, targeted therapy, radiation therapy, chemotherapy, photodynamic therapy, immunotherapy. Risk factors. Risk factors for basal cell carcinoma include fair skin, a lot of sun exposure, family history of skin cancer, age, weak immune system. Squamous cell carcinoma or SCC. Squamous cell carcinoma is a type of skin cancer that grows in squamous cells. These are flat, fish scale-like cells that line the skin and inside of hollow organs such as the cervix and vagina. As with basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma tends to grow in areas of the skin that are frequently in the sun. Because squamous cell carcinoma starts on the skin's surface, a person often notices changes relatively quickly. This means they can start treatment earlier. Symptoms. Symptoms differ depending on the location of the squamous cell carcinoma. Some common skin symptoms include scaly and dark skin patches, open sores with raised borders, firm growths, spots that resemble age spots, wart-like growths, horn-like growths, sore growing in scars. Treatment. The stage of the squamous cell carcinoma will affect the treatment a person receives. For squamous cell carcinoma of the skin, treatment options include excision, Mohs surgery, curettage and electrodesiccation, radiation therapy, cryosurgery. Risk factors. Risk factors for squamous cell carcinoma include fair skin, a lot of sun exposure, family history of skin cancer, being over 50 years old, weak immune system, having human papilloma virus or HPV. Renal cell carcinoma or RCC. Renal cell carcinoma is the most common type of kidney cancer. Renal cell carcinoma makes up about 90% of kidney cancer cases. Renal cell carcinoma is malignant, which means it can spread to other parts of the body. This cancer starts in the lining of the tubules. These are tubes inside the kidneys that help filter the blood and make urine. The early stages of renal cell carcinoma do not have any noticeable symptoms, and it may only become evident as the tumor grows. Therefore, it is important of someone to see a doctor promptly if they experience any of the following symptoms. As renal cell carcinoma progresses, a person may notice these symptoms: loss of appetite, unexplained weight loss, pain in the side of the body, a lump in the abdomen, blood in the urine, anemia. Treatment. There are 5 general types of treatment used to treat renal cell carcinoma, including radiation therapy, chemotherapy, surgery, immunotherapy, targeted therapy. Some people may also benefit from new treatments by taking part in a clinical trial. Risk factors. Risk factors for renal cell carcinoma include smoking, obesity, hypertension, family history of kidney cancer, exposure to the trichloroethylene. Ductal carcinoma in situ or DCIS. Ductal carcinoma in situ is the earliest form of the breast cancer. It develops in the lining of the breast ducts and is non-invasive, which means the cells do not spread to other parts of the body. Because of this, the survival rate for ductal carcinoma in situ is high. Although ductal carcinoma in situ itself is non-invasive, it can in some cases turn into an invasive form of cancer. Symptoms. Ductal carcinoma in situ typically does not present with any obvious symptoms. Therefore, doctors usually diagnose it from routine mammography screenings. Sometimes a person may experience small lumps in the breast and discharge from the nipple. Treatment. There are several treatment options for ductal carcinoma in situ. This include lumpectomy with radiation therapy, mastectomy, lumpectomy, hormonal therapy with surgery. Risk factors. Risk factors for ductal carcinoma in situ include obesity, dense breasts, genetics, early menstruation. Invasive ductal carcinoma or IDC. Invasive ductal carcinoma is the most common type of invasive breast cancer and accounts for 80% of breast cancer cases. Like ductal carcinoma in situ, it starts in the lining of the breast ducts. It then spreads to nearby breast tissue and the surrounding lymph nodes. Symptoms. Like ductal carcinoma in situ, some people with invasive ductal carcinoma do not present with any symptoms. Doctors may first detect the cancer during a mammography screening. Invasive ductal carcinoma symptoms may include breast lumps, dimpling around the nipple, skin darkening, swelling, nipple discharge, lumps in the armpit. Treatment. Several factors affect invasive ductal carcinoma treatment, such as cancer stage and underlying health conditions. Treatments may include lumpectomy, mastectomy, radiation therapy, chemotherapy, hormone therapy, biologically targeted therapy. Risk factors. Risk factors for invasive ductal carcinoma include obesity, dense breasts, genetics, early menstruation. Genetic testing for the hereditary BRCA1 and BRCA2 gene mutations, which can cause breast cancer, is becoming more common. It is important to note that although white females are more likely to be tested, research suggests that women of color may be just as likely to have the genetic mutations. Adenocarcinoma. Adenocarcinoma is a type of cancer that starts in granular cells. These cells make and secrete or release important fluids in the body such as digestive juices and mucus. Common types of adenocarcinoma include lung cancer, breast cancer, pancreas cancer, colon cancer. Symptoms. Depending on the type of adenocarcinoma, symptoms will vary. Some symptoms of common types of adenocarcinoma include breast cancer, lump in the breast, nipple discharge, lung cancer, coughing up bloody mucus, chest pain, breathing problems, pancreatic cancer, jaundice, dark urine, weight loss, back or stomach pain, colon cancer, changes in bowel movements, rectal bleeding, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss. Treatment. Treatment for adenocarcinoma will differ depending where the cancer is in the body. General cancer treatments include surgery, radiation therapy, chemotherapy, hormonal therapy, immunotherapy. Risk factors. General risk factors that increase the risk of these cancers include alcohol consumption, diet, obesity, smoking, hormones, family history of these cancers. Diagnosing carcinoma. A doctor diagnoses carcinoma using a variety of diagnostic tools. This include lab tests, imaging tests, and biopsies. Lab test. A doctor may take urine, blood, and other fluid samples and check them for tumor markers. However, lab test alone cannot confirm a cancer diagnosis. A doctor would then run more tests. Imaging test. The purpose of imaging test is to create detailed images of the body to detect lumps and unhealthy tissue. Doctors may order multiple different tests to get a comprehensive view of a possible tumor, including ultrasounds, CT scans, MRIs, PET scans, X-rays. While imaging tests are useful in finding tumors, they have limits. They cannot determine if a tumor is cancerous or not. If a scan shows something concerning, it requires further testing. Biopsies. If a scan reveals a concerning mass, a doctor will order a biopsy. This involves removing a piece of tissue or fluid from a lump. For example, this could mean removing a piece of skin from a mole. A doctor will then conduct several tests on the sample. This will confirm whether or not the lump contains cancer cells.